welcome to another episode of Football Diaries by SportsKPI. And here we have Ayush Goel. He's 15 years old and he plays for Bangalore United. And they competed in the KSFA Youth League, and they were given, and he was given the best midfielder for the under 14 division. All right, Ayush, tell me a bit about yourself. So when did you start playing for Bangalore United? And yeah, just start from there.
I started playing for Bangalore United like I think 1 year back. I think I joined in 2020.
All right, and before that, were you somewhere else?
Yeah, I was in BFC. I had to go for a sports academy in Belarus.
Okay. Oh, you were in Belarus itself, yeah. So
Yeah.
how was that environment as well? Because I mean, I would say that is a competitive environment in Belarus as well.
Yeah, it was a very good experience over there. Like there's a lot of competition, so it was really fun.
Okay, and so, all right, was that something? So was competition something you learned from BFC in Belarus, or was it something that was pretty much inside you and you loved competition?
I think it was already inside me actually. I don't.
Yeah, and okay, cool. And like, let's start with your first memory of football. Like, what is exactly your first memory? And like, when did you start playing? And when did you know that okay, I like playing football?
I think it was when I was 10 years old. I watched some matches on TV. My father used to watch.
Okay.
So from then I got excited and then I started playing football.
All right, 10 years old. I would say 10 years old is pretty. I would say not too. I won't say it's too early, but it's not too late as well. But it is like more or less in a stage where you would have been started. You would have started playing with players that have already been playing for 3 years, 2 years before you. So that means in that timeline, their football age is older to you. So they'll be older to you in football age, because like you might be, both of y'all might be 10 years old, but he must have started maybe when he was 7 and you're starting when you're 10. So that means he's 3 years older to you in terms of football age. So how did you develop it, and how did you have to go through that experience where you, like I said, 10 years old, it's not too late, but there you would have faced players that started way before you. So how was that?
I played with like the people in my apartment, so they really taught me how to get better, and that's how I mainly improved.
All right, and like were the players in your apartment much older to you? Was that
yeah, they were way elder than me.
Yeah, and that's it. So like because you played with players older to you, right? Do you think that it kind of shaped you as the footballer right now? One, it must have helped you technically, and also it must have got your competitive edge, because as the older you get, you start to get more competitive, right?
Yeah, like it helped me improve physically and like competitively.
All right, perfect. All right, so let's go with the position that you play. So you said you're playing as a central midfielder. So like, when did you decide to tell yourself, all right, I want to play as a center midfielder, or was it a coach that asked you, okay, hey Ayush, do you want to try being a center midfielder?
I got interested in midfield because you get the ball a lot and you get to attack with the whole team. So it's really fun doing that. So that's the main reason I started playing midfield.
All
And
right.
yeah, there were coaches also who persuaded me.
Okay, so of course, so you're saying you like to attack with the team and you like to keep the ball. So is that something like that you like you like to have the ball a lot?
Yeah.
All right. And so was there any player that you kind of envisioned yourself with, or was there a role model of a center midfielder that you followed? Because like you said, you like to keep the ball.
There's Mason Mount. He's one of my favorite
Oh, you like
players.
Mason Mount. Okay.
Yeah.
So does that mean you're a Chelsea fan?
No, I'm not a Chelsea fan, but Mason Mount's my favorite player.
Okay, brilliant. So, okay, what is one attribute about Mason Mount that you feel that even you relate with quite well?
He really likes to attack a lot, so he likes to go front and like make the defense scared.
Perfect. So now let's talk about your coaches. So yeah, let's talk about the coaches that you've had throughout your timeline. Of course, when you're playing football, and could we talk about specific coaches? One must have helped you technically, one must have helped you maybe emotionally. So yeah.
There are a lot of coaches who helped me like to develop as a player. Some coaches at BFC like helped me develop emotionally because they were a bit more like rough, you could say.
Yeah.
But the coaches at FCBU have helped me improve as a player more, I guess.
All right. So, of course, like you said, there are coaches that are a little tough on you, right? So, did you find that a little difficult at the start, or was it that you didn't mind that little rough treatment, that little tough love?
It was tough at the start, but then I got used to it and understood like the use of it.
Oh, so you understood where they're coming from, where
Yeah,
they're just looking at your personal development, right? So
yeah.
of course, now again, let's stick to that point now, because you were like you must have. How long was it where you were playing in BFC?
I think I played for like 4 years since
4 years
since
over there. So
then.
you started. I'm guessing you must have started when you were like 10, 11 in Bellary, right?
Yeah, no, I didn't go to Belarus at that time. I was just in BFC that time.
Or you were just in BFC soccer school. All right. So
Not soccer
was
school,
it?
the
Let's
academy.
talk about your peers or the players that you're playing around. And when they were facing that tough love, did you see that some of them were not able to cope with it?
Some of them, yeah, but then they usually got back and got used to it.
All right, perfect, perfect. All right. So now, is there any other sport that you play? Like, did you start another sport and then did you transition to football, or like because in India, most of us, even me myself, I started with cricket when I was 6, 7 years old, and then slowly I transitioned to football. So, was there any other sport like maybe you must have played badminton or cricket or something like that?
I don't really play, but I use it as a hobby, like when I'm bored.
Okay.
Not really like a main sport or anything.
Okay. So
Football
you
is like
so more or less you stuck with football, right?
yeah.
All right, cool, cool, cool. Now let's talk about you. And you are what they call a student athlete because, of course, you do have to go to school and finish your education, and at the same time, you will have to go for practice as well. So, could we talk about the difficulties that emerge dealing with both? Because, of course, you have your responsibilities in school, and then you have your commitment to the team.
Yeah. It's been hard at this time because of Corona, but otherwise, like my friends and family have supported me, so it's been easier to focus on studies as well as football.
All right. And again, like initially, did you like what was it that you found difficult to manage? Was it like did you find it difficult where you had to finish your homework and you had to finish your assignments and then go for practice, or was it like you finish school, you go for practice, right after practice you have to finish your schoolwork? So was that something that you found initially difficult?
Yeah, at the starting when we had training in the morning, it was tiring for me the whole day after that. So
All right. So
I
you
got
had
used to it
training in
later.
the morning, right? And then you had to go to school, and then
Yeah.
did you have trainings in the evenings as well?
No, no, no.
Okay, okay. But then, of course, you had to start your day with with training, right? So, could we talk about how training in the morning kind of disciplined you to have quite a good path? Because, like, you had to wake up early because kids your age that are not competing or playing a competitive sport, they'll wake up almost just in time to make it for the school bus. But you'll have to wake up hours earlier, want to reach the ground, then there's training, and then there's going home, getting ready, and going, catching the school bus.
Yeah, like, waking up early, like it scheduled my day because I had to sleep early, I had to wake up early. And because of that, I went to school on time. So everything was on time because of that.
Oh, perfect. Like because of something that was outside school, it kind of disciplined you in
Yeah,
school, right?
yeah.
All right, perfect. Now, let's talk about how do I say this? Your emotional factor in football, right? So, like, was there a point where, of course, now you are 14, 15, and you are coming across that competitive side in football. Was there a game and in the KSFA league where you felt you were losing a bit of your emotional control? And
I think in the semifinals when we were losing, it was a bit hard for the whole team.
like yeah, the whole team, right? So like
Yeah.
okay, let's talk about how you lost your emotional control individually, and let's look at how it must have affected your team as well.
Yeah, I didn't really have that much confidence at the start because like I didn't play many semifinals. Usually they got cancelled. So
Okay.
I wasn't really used to it, and because of that I went down and I wasn't able to motivate the team.
All right, perfect. Because like you said, because of the whole coronavirus thing, a lot of your games kind of got cancelled, and it's been going to a semi-final was more or less a new environment for you, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now again, so now of course, so your semi-final you said was where you lost emotional control. Let's talk about a game where you felt uh, that was one of your top games that you were played in the case of League.
In the KSFA, I think against BFC soccer schools when I was for hat trick, I guess.
All right. And was there an extra motivation because you trained with them before and you used to initially train with some of their players? Maybe not, but you did train under that badge of BFC. So did that give you extra motivation to play that game much better?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
All right. Brilliant. Brilliant. All right. Now let's talk about the importance of your parents and how important it is for them or for any parent towards a student athlete. Like, let's talk about the support that your parents give you and stuff like that.
I think they've given me a lot of support, especially during this time because it's been hard. So they've helped me focus on my studies as well as football. They've taken me to training, so everything's been nice.
All right, so yeah, so they do take you to training, and then do they drop you back to school, or of course, or do you
No,
think?
there's a school bus.
Oh, there's a school bus. All right, all right. So now, like, that's what I mean. So, is it something where you find it quite common right now, where a lot of your teammates' parents are supportive, or do you find sometimes where you do find teammates where their parents are not as supportive as your parents maybe?
No, most of the parents are very supportive of football. I don't know.
All right, so that means it's like the culture of parents supporting kids is becoming in India, right? Because there was a point, I would say, towards my timeline where it was not something that was very much seen, but for you guys, it is changing. And do you think that because your parents are supporting you, that it has added to your game?
Yeah, I'm sure it's added to my game.
Yeah, because I would say one, like, and the external factor of all right, now I have to deal with my parents and they have to support me, that side is not there, because I would say that's much easier for you, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now you are 15 and you're like you say, you just turned 15 and you are going to be transitioning into the under 17 and under 18 Bangalore United side. So what do you think are the challenges that you're going to face? Because now you're leaving your under 14 side and you're going to the under 17s. That means you're going to be playing with players maybe 2 years older to you, maybe a year older to you. And they have hit more or less their physical maturity and stuff like that. So could we talk about the challenges that you're going to face?
It'll be a lot competitiveness, but I am used to that anyway, so it'll be nice. And then the physical component, it'll increase later.
Yeah, because like you said, you are going to be like sometimes you might be bullied a bit from a physical point of view because some of them might be taller, some of them might be a little bit more heavier to you. So are you, how do I say, are you going to embrace that challenge where it's something that you're going to like? Or
yeah, I'll work on myself to like get stronger and maybe challenge them as well.
All right, perfect. Now the final bit. So what is your what are you going to continue on this path and what are your future plans? What are you so do you want to continue on this journey as a student athlete and then looking to play future football, or are you looking to get into your education side?
I want to continue football, but I keep in mind as studies because it's really important as well.
All right, perfect. So are you looking to study anything in sports related, or you still haven't decided upon that?
I haven't decided much on that.
All right, no worries, no worries. Anyway, Ayush, thank you for this. And I hope you have a good path ahead of you. And I hope you stay disciplined as you are currently right now. Thank you, man. Cheers.
Yeah, thanks, man. Bye.